Most Claude users open a fresh chat every Monday and pass the same context every single time. Same question, blank Claude on the left, a preloaded project on the right. Watch what happens 6 seconds versus 45, and the blank chat still got it wrong. It came back asking me for the context I already gave the project once and never need to give again. By the end of this video, you'll have that feature set up. Takes 12 minutes to build, saves 4 hours a week. Last video, part 1 of week 2, was the decision tree for whether Claude Pro is worth your 20 bucks. If you decided yes, this video is where the 20 bucks starts paying back, because Projects is the feature inside Pro that nobody on YouTube tells you to set up first, and it's the one that makes Claude feel like it actually works at your company. Here's a loop most of us are stuck in. Monday morning, Claude, here's my org chart. Here are my 5 biggest accounts. Here's our pricing tier. Now write me a renewal email. Tuesday, new chat, new context, same paste, paste, paste. Wednesday, Claude, you don't remember? Okay, fine. Here it is again. By Friday, you've explained your job to Claude 8 times, and each explanation is slightly different, slightly worse, because you're rushing. Now I know what you're thinking. Doesn't Claude have memory? Sort of. Memory is great for personal stuff. I'm a vegetarian, don't suggest steak recipes. But for your work context, the 12 accounts, the 4 product lines, the way your boss likes the executive summary written, memory isn't built for that. Memory is global. It bleeds across all your conversations. What you want is a container, a wall around one specific job. Everything inside knows your context. Nothing outside leaks in. That container is what project is. A project is three things stacked. One, a custom instruction, a paragraph you write once that tells Claude who you are, what your role is, how you want it to talk to you. Claude's job description for this corner of your life. 2. Knowledge. Up to about 200,000 tokens of pre-loaded reference material. That's roughly a 500-page book. PDFs, Word docs, Excel sheets, plain text. Once you upload it, every conversation in that project reads it instantly. No repasting. 3. Every conversation you start inside the project automatically inherits both. Open a new chat at 9 a.m. Tuesday. Claude already knows who you are, what your accounts are, how you write, what last quarter's QBR said. And one important thing, the knowledge you upload is not training data. Anthropic does not train on it. It sits in your account, your project, your eyes. That matters. It's the only way I'd ever upload my real work files. One precision before the demo, because this is where most YouTube videos lie to you. A project remembers the structural stuff, instructions, knowledge files. That loads into every new chat automatically. What a project does not remember is the conversations you had inside it. If Monday I told Claude that Acme's CFO complained about onboarding, Tuesday in a new chat in the same project, Claude doesn't know that. It stayed in Monday's chat. Three ways to handle that. The one that actually compounds is this. At the end of a chat, ask Claude for a summary of the decisions worth keeping. Save it as a file upload to add knowledge. From then on, it's available to every future session. This is the power move. Your project gets smarter with you every week. I'm going to build a project from scratch in front of you, pretending to be Sarah, a customer success manager at a fictional B2B SaaS company called Atlas. Sarah owns 12 accounts. Today she stops re explaining all of that. Step 1, the custom instructions. The paragraph that defines who Claude is inside this project. Three pieces: role, voice, defaults, 5 sentences, hit save. That paragraph now runs at the top of every conversation in this project, forever, until I change it. Notice the last sentence, the guardrail. Never promise a future ship date. That's the kind of rule a real CSM lives by, and it's exactly the kind of rule blank Claude doesn't know. Projects is where your specific job's rules go to live. Step 2. Knowledge. 6 files. Watch the pattern. 1. The account list. 12 rows MRR, contract end date, primary contact, last QBR date. 2 and 3. The QBR notes from last quarter for the two biggest accounts, Acme and Globex. 4. The H1 2026 product roadmap, the one Sarah's PM team sends every quarter. 5. The internal glossary, the health framework Atlas uses to score account risk. 6. A one-pager called Sarah's Voice Guide. 6 emails she's written annotated with what she would and wouldn't say. That last one is a secret weapon. Voice samples beat voice instructions. If you have 5 emails you're proud of, paste them in. Claude will write more like you than any prompt can teach. And remember the feed loop, this list isn't frozen. Every week I drop in last week's chat summary and the project gets sharper. 6 files today, 20 by next quarter. Now the part the whole video has been pointing at. Same question I asked at the start. Acme's CTO emailed asking if SSO migration ships by end of Q1. Left of screen, blank Claude chat. Right of screen, the project I just built. Same prompt typed in both. 6 seconds on the right, 45 on the left, and the blank chat asks me for the QBR notes and the original email. Context I already gave the project once. Zoom in on the project's answer. Marie flagged SSO in the November 18th QBR, tied to Acme's SOC 2 Type 2 research. March 31st is the line she's working backwards from. The H1 roadmap shows SSOGI on April 14th, 14 days past her line. Per the voice guide and the no ship dates rule, suggest a 15-minute call this week. Frame it as roadmap, clarity not delay. Loop in your PM. Then the draft, under 150 words. In Sarah's voice, 6 seconds. That's what we've been paying $20 for. Where do the 4 hours a week come from? Conservative math. If you repaste context 5 times a day, 3 Slack to Claude paste overs, 2 Excel to Claude paste overs, that's roughly 50 minutes a day, 20 days a month, 16 hours. Projects doesn't kill all 16 on day 1. It kills about a quarter and grows from there because the feed loop makes it sharper every week. 4 hours back this week, 6 by week 3. Once you've built 3 or 4 projects for your 3 or 4 hats, 4 hours is the floor. If you're following this series, here's what to do this weekend. Don't try to build the perfect project on Sunday afternoon. Build one ugly project for the one task you do every single week. For me, it's the Monday status email. For Sarah, it would be QBR prep. For you, maybe the monthly board update, the weekly engineering digest, the parent teacher conference talking points if you are juggling that on top of work. Pick one. 20 minutes, 3 files, 5 sentences, done. Then next Friday. This is the move that compounds. Ask Claude to summarize the week's chats and drop that back into knowledge. The project you build today is the dumbest version of the project you will have in 3 months. Drop your project in the comments. Name plus one sentence on what's inside. I read every reply. Most boring weekly task I see. We automate on screen together next week. If this saved you a repice, hit subscribe. Week 3 drops next week. That's when we build your first custom Claude skill in 30 minutes, no code, that turns one boring weekly task into a one line trigger. Before you go, comment the most boring weekly task you do at your job. Best one I see, I'll build the skill on screen next week. Your task, your screen recording, free build. Next week, week 3. Your first custom Claude skill in 30 minutes. See you then.